Good morning, dear students. Today we discussed about antidiarrheal categories of drugs. The treatment of diarrhea mainly included in three steps. First, the correction of acid-base balance. So, this replacement of fluid and electrolyte is essential, is the first step. Next is to find out the treatment cause, which pathogen is caused the disease. And the last stage is the selection of antidiarrheal agents, that is antidiarrheal administrations. So first step is the replacement of fluid and electrolyte balance is the most important and is a life saving. Diarrhea, we know this is the passage of watery loosey stools frequently. Some define it as a passage of more than 200 grams of stools per day. Common causes of acute diarrhea includes infections, toxins, sometimes is a result of drugs like antibiotics, prostaglandin analogs, prokinetic drugs, domperidone, anxiety. These are the main causes of acute diarrhea. Diarrhea is a common cause of infantile death. Differential diagnosis of diarrhea, this includes colon causes, usually the stool is bloody or mucosa. Inflammatory bowel disease, irritable bowel syndrome, malignancy, ischemic colitis, these are the some colon causes. Small intestinal causes like inflammatory bowel disease, malabsorption disorders, toxins and antibiotic induced. Non-GI causes are thyrotoxicosis and diabetes mellitus. First step is the replacement of fluid and electrolytes. As the correction of fluid and electrolyte disturbances can be life-saving in most cases, especially infants. Oral dehydration therapies are mostly used. Here the oral dehydrations with sodium chloride, glucose and water is useful. In the ileum, glucose and sodium citrate enhance sodium absorption and water follows. These are WHO approved ORS formula: sodium chloride, potassium chloride, trisodium citrate, glucose, and the preparation's total osmolarity is 245 osmolarity per liter. These are some uses of ORS powder. This is effective in case of mild diarrhea, mainly correction of acid-base balance. Rehydration may also be needed in heat stroke, burns, following surgery and trauma. For in case of mild dehydration, ORS powders usually given for 50 ml per kilogram over 4 to 6 hours in multiple small divided doses. In case of moderate dehydration, 100 ml per kilogram over 4 to 6 hours in multiple small divided doses. Super ORS is the modified form of ORS. The content of ORS is modified to reduce the frequency and severity of diarrhea. Mostly amino acids are added which could promote sodium absorption. Some studies shows that boiled rice powder 40 to 50 gram per liter is good and simple glucose supplements. It stimulates water and salt absorption. These are some anti-diarrheal agents. Adsorbents categories, these act as the protective coating on the intestinal mucosa. Examples are caloin, pectin, activated wood charcoal. Caloin is a natural compound containing magnesium and aluminum silicate. Pectin is a purified carbohydrate product obtained from citrus fruit or apple. Pectin is adsorb intestinal toxins and microorganisms by coating them. This acts as the protective coating to mucous membrane. It helps to produce formed stools. It is decomposed in the colon by bacterial actions. It may be administered either as a colloidal solution alone or with caloin. This may interfere in the absorptions of other drugs, because of which a 2-hour interval is required after administration of other drugs. Next is the activated wood charcoal. It is widely used in treatment of latent dyspepsia, various types of diarrhea as a suspension in water for gastric lavage. For the emergency treatment, this activated charcoal is most useful in case of poisoning with alkaloids like morphine, atropine. So this absorbance categories of all these antidiarrheal agents comes under the over-the-counter drug category. Next category is anti-motility drugs. Opioid agonists. Codeine is an opium alkaloid, stimulates the codeine receptors on the GI smooth muscles to reduce peristalsis. This delays passage of intestinal contents and facilitates the absorption of food. This also produces anti-secretory effect. But this codeine is very dangerous in infants and small children. Some codeine preparations are codeine sulfate, tincture of opium. This codeine sulfate is administered as 50 to 60 mg at 8-hour intervals. Tincture of opium 0.6 to 1.5 ml. Next drug is diphenoxylate. This drug is related to pethidine. If taken repeatedly at short intervals, side effects of atropine would appear. In therapeutic doses, CNS effects are not prominent and is used only in diarrheas. Adverse effects are nausea, abdominal pain, drowsiness, respiratory depression, especially in children, paralytic illness, toxic megacolon. Next come to the categories antispasmodics. Atropine derivatives like profandylene, dicyclomine, this mainly relax GIT smooth muscles and relieve abdominal colics. Drotrovorine, this is a smooth muscle relaxant used as an antispasmodic in renal, biliary and intestinal colics and is also useful in inflammatory bowel syndrome and dysmenorrhea. This main action is inhibiting the enzyme phosphodiesterase enzyme and increase CMP levels, which causes smooth muscle contraction. Adverse effects are headache, dizziness, flushing and constipation. Next drug is octreotide, synthetic analog of somatostatin. This reduces GI motility, fluid secretion and this mainly inhibits the secretion of various hormones like gastrin, growth and insulin. Octreotide is a longer acting drug. This can be given subcutaneously, used in gastrointestinal secretory tumors causing diarrhea and in diarrhea due to vagotomy syndrome and AIDS. Next come to this traveler's diarrhea. Infection is the most common cause of traveler's diarrhea and should be treated with suitable antimicrobials like doxycycline or ciprofloxacin. In milder cases, ORS is also useful. Next come to this irritable bowel syndrome. Allocetrone, this is a selective 5-HT3 receptor antagonist, is a longer acting drug than ondansetron used in vomiting. Allocetrone is approved for use in women having IBS with prominent diarrhea but is not responding to other drugs. Adverse effects are constipation, colitis, intestinal obstructions, toxic megacolon. Tigasterol is a 5-HT4 partial agonist. This mainly promotes gastric emptying and increases the chloride secretion in the colon. So it is very useful in IBS. But some recent studies have shown a 10-fold increase in the risk of heart attack and stroke when tegasterol was used in IBS. So these are due to the inhibition of 5-HT1 beta receptors. Hence it has been withdrawn in most countries. Loperamide is a highly anti-diarrheal specific drug, structurally similar to pethidine. CNS effects are negligible, less sedating, less addicting. It is a most commonly used anti-motility drugs. Onset of action 1 to 2 hours, duration 12 to 18 hours. Adverse effects are abdominal cramps, nausea, vomiting, paralytic illness. It should be avoided in children. Maximum dose 10 mg per day. Resicodotil is a newly introduced one for acute secretory diarrhea used in short terms, only 7 to 5 days. This is a prodrug, is hydrolyzed to the active compound thiophan. This action of this drug is it inhibits encephalins which acts on the opioid delta receptors in GIT. Next one is lactobacillus. This available as tablets, capsule. It contains viable lactobacilli which colonize the intestine and modify the intestinal microflora and their metabolic activity. Hence they are probiotic bacilli. These are useful in reducing the incidence of antibiotic-induced diarrhea, not rotavirus diarrhea. Fruits, butter, milk are the cheaper alternative to lactobacillus. Thank you. Thank you so much for your patient listening. Next class we will discuss about the drugs used in intestinal diseases and some of anti-secretory drugs. Okay, recently I am started one YouTube channel on Easy Learning. If you are interested, you can go there, and there are uploaded lots of videos with simple explanations. If you like to like and share, subscribe if you are interested. Okay, bye, see you.